Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I have some very delightful news to share with the Olam. Our fellow Mispalel, Rabbi Friedman, is becoming a chassan tonight. And as a matter of fact, right now he's having for his family, immediate family, a l'chaim. So we will Mirza Hashem celebrate with him, and it's a very, very happy union of two wonderful people that lost their spouses and are getting a second chance at happiness, and we're very, very happy for him. You can't find a better guy than Rabbi Friedman. We are dedicated by the Fisher family, Nishmas Basi Bas Robert Shlomo ben Avram Alevi Perel Bas Ruvain. We're also dedicated to Nishmas David ben Chaim, L'Refu Shalem for Yomis ben Chayesar, Yaakov ben Basi Leah, for the schus of Avram and Yom Benish ben Malki Yudis and family. By Yol Klugman and family, L'Refu Shalem for Moshe Meir ben Esther Fradel, for Avigdor Aye ben Rivka, Hinda Bas Chayesar, Chana Bas Shashabina, Meir ben Chayesar. They should have a Refu Shalema b'Seg Sharcha Yisrael. Again, Rabbi Gamliel, this is pretty much the first example of a life fundamental that is repeated to a certain extent. Rabbi Gamliel Omer Aseh L'cha Rav. Remember, we already had this idea of making for yourself a Rav. Very important to have a Rav. And that way, V'stalek min hasafek. Remove yourself from doubts. Doubts are very serious. It says that doubts, it's less likely that you'll do tshuva. Because even if you were wrong, I wasn't sure, I didn't mean anything, doubts are not a good thing. So get yourself a Rav who you could ask, and check it out. My son Yaakov has a Rav from his previous development, Rabbi Stein, and he calls him on any question that he's in doubt with. And it's a beautiful thing. He says to me, I asked my Rav, and my Rav told me this. The altar b'la aser amodos. And when you take off Meiser, get out of the habit of estimating. Estimating by Meiser, although it's legal, is very highly not recommended. Because if you give less, then it's not good. You didn't give proper Meiser. If you give more, you're not supposed to give more Meiser. A Meiser is a tenth. You're not supposed to give more than a Meiser of the crops. So therefore, and here again, the connection of these two things are obvious, right? You know, when you take Meiser by estimation, you're relying on yourself too much. Don't rely on yourself too much. And the same thing, when you don't have a Rav, you're relying on yourself too much. What are you relying on yourself? You're not an expert in these things.
If you give more, is it called Meiser or is it called Tzedakah?
No. When you give more, the problem is that the extra that you gave is tevel. Because you're only allowed to give Meiser and not more than Meiser. We're not talking about tzedakah now. We're not talking about Meiser ksafim. You're confusing. We're not talking about Meiser ksafim. We're talking about Meiser of grain.
So then it's a problem. If you give a little more or a little less, it's a problem.
Correct.
So why would the advice be don't do it because you're almost for sure going to mess up?
Well, because it doesn't have to be exact to the grain. You have a leeway. Shimon ben Yomer, you give more with Meiser ksafim too. Shimon ben Yomer, Shimon his son said, this is Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel, and this is a very famous Mishna. Kol yomai gadalti ben achachamim. All my life, I grew up amongst the biggest people, and I had a chance to observe them. I found nothing better for the body than being quiet. If you train yourself to keep your mouth closed, you save yourself from anger, and anger is very bad for the body. Miller used to say that the angry person gets high blood pressure, gets heart disease. Anger is very bad. And of course, it's terrible for the soul. The person that gets angry is going to be over on noinaas devarim, on hurtful words. A lot of times is going to be over on lashon hara and nekama. So the best thing for the body is to be quiet. It's not the theoretical that's the main thing. Ela hamaisa. It's action. Today, we have a lot of people that spend a lot of time listening to shiurim, listening to podcasts. We have a lot of people that are theoretically growing. But if it doesn't translate into action, then they're missing the boat. You have to take what you study and translate into action. V'kol amar b'devarim, and whoever says a lot, may be chait. That leads to sin. A person that's always schmoozing, it leads to lashon hara, it leads to revealing secrets, it leads to lying, it leads to hurting people. The golden rule is that be careful with your speech, and you'll be in good shape. Chanani ben Akasha